Mark Chamora. Here's Jen Latta.
Running her mouth, she wants to ride it, she's trying to hide it. I'm cool as ever, she's too excited. Her man look like he wanna fight.
Typically, I would not start the show with a text from the Talk and Text line, but there was one sitting here waiting for me on the Carbless Talk and Text line.
Already?
Sent at 6:35 this morning from my guy Caleb from Horicon. And really, it kind of encapsulates everything perfectly, so I feel like I need to read it.
What'd she say?
I said that in your ear.
Oh. Some kind of arrogance. I didn't know what it was.
I said Horicon arrogance. You text from Horicon, you go right to the front of the show.
You go front of the line, yeah. Front of the line.
Do you know him?
I do know Caleb, yes. I do know Caleb from Horicon.
Well, what did he say?
I think we should be taking today as a mini Victory Monday on the mini bye for a couple of reasons. One, Packers didn't lose this weekend. Two, the Bears still suck. Three, Lions look good, which makes the Packers defense look even better. Four, the Vikings suck too. Enjoy it. Love the show. Go Pack Go.
That's fair, but we're already on to the next game. Celebrate Friday, Saturday, you're on to the next one.
Well, as a player.
Well, I was a player.
I hate to break this to you, pal.
I'm not a player anymore?
You don't play anymore.
I don't think you lose that.
Obviously, you did not.
I don't think you should.
I'm not saying if you should or shouldn't. I don't know if other players do or do not. I have just spent the majority of my time, again, I don't know if I've spent, obviously, no other former player, as much time as I've spent around you. So based on you, if you're the normal, then yes, people do not lose that.
Okay. Well, let's peel it apart. Yeah, the Bears are terrible. I mean, it's just, they're such a stupid organization.
Yeah, and
they're
glorious.
just dumb. Because,
so
Josh, didn't you say in our little meeting that they just extended polls like a couple of months ago?
Yeah, I believe it was circa 2 months ago.
You know?
Because he hired Ben Johnson.
I know, but they should just, you know what? If your organization is that bad, you clean everything. You clean house.
Yeah. Well, again, the mistake that was made was when you had the number 1 overall pick, do a hard reset. Clean house then. New general manager, new head coach, new presumably quarterback. And maybe they still take Caleb Williams. I don't know. But at least everybody's aligned. And you have a runway with that new crew.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't take Caleb Williams. Who knows? But the fact that they decided to do it the way they did in these like little stuttering spurts of, okay, we're going to keep everybody but draft. All right, well, our head coach is better. All right, we got to fire him, hire a new head coach. I mean, Poles is clearly the next one to go. This team stinks.
But they were supposed to have fixed the O-line, and their O-line is terrible. Now, coaching, I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
Assistant coaches, A, they're tough to get good ones.
Mm-hmm.
And when you just don't have good ones, it shows. You know? Because if you took that offensive line and put it in Green Bay, it would be better than if they were wearing Bears uniforms.
I think it'd be better on multiple levels. Jordan Love doesn't stand around and run in circles.
No, I know, but ever since I was playing, they always figure out the O-line.
The Packers?
Always.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the Packers O-line in the last 30 years has never been 25th, 27th, 28th in the league.
Think back to the times there was like a clear issue. And it's like the most recent one is the Marshall Newhouse era that I can think of. And that's a long time ago.
The Marshall Newhouse era.
Or the one, who was the kid they took out of Mississippi State?
Derek Sherrod.
But they figured it out.
Well, but like, even though he wasn't good his rookie year, and I have no idea if he would have been good because then he ended up suffering. I mean, he broke his leg, like a pretty like devastating injury. Yeah. He may have figured it out eventually, but the injury just it ended his career.
I'm
basically.
just proud of myself.
But like they didn't even need him to play because the offensive line was still fine without him.
I'm just proud of myself for not drinking the Kool-Aid.
The Bears Kool-Aid?
And Ben Johnson's coming in, going to turn it around.
Well, he's kind of a dork too.
A little bit. He's a good coach.
I don't know. So but it's just so weird. He just does weird things. Like when he comes in, decides to take a weird shot at Matt LaFleur, even though he doesn't know him. By the way, good luck against Matt this year, buddy. Number two, he's talking in his postgame press conference yesterday about the Lions, and like it almost seemed like he went out of his way to be like, oh, and their quarterback played well today. You coached him for the last how many years?
What is this, NASCAR?
Well, you can't call him, oh, and Jared played well today.
Yeah.
You can't call him by his name. It seems like he's trying to be this hardo.
Yeah.
And it's obviously just not working.
Yeah, you either have it or you don't.
I will say this, though, to Ben Johnson's credit. The only time the Bears have looked competent is on their opening drives.
Yeah.
They've scored touchdowns on both of their opening drives.
Yep.
And not so much after that.
All right, might as well move along right to Minnesota. Now I'll
just
give you credit.
Going down the checklist.
Now I'll give you credit.
Oh, thank
for
you.
that. Because you said McCarthy. I don't know if you said he's going to stink, but it's going to take him a little while.
Yeah, and it still might take him some time. Because as good as he looked in the fourth quarter against the Bears, that's how bad he looked all game yesterday.
Yeah.
And it's obvious that Kevin O'Connell, who I think everybody respects as a coach, everybody thinks that Kevin O'Connell's a good coach. He has the training wheels on J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah.
Because he only threw the ball 21 times last night.
You can only do so much in terms of hiding your quarterback.
Yeah.
That's why Jared Goff, even though I think he still probably could use some, I think he's a little thought of too fondly. He clearly is better than what we saw.
Correct.
Because of the way Ben Johnson and those coaches were around him. He improved his skills. J.J. McCarthy, a long way to go.
Yeah,
he's got some time. He needs some time. But again, because you're only throwing, it's not like, and again, not that we're going to talk about the Titans a ton, but after week one, like got a bunch of people who watch film bunch like, man, I think he played pretty well in Tennessee. Cam Ward, number 1 overall pick, and they had him throw the ball 39 times. And there were a ton of drops, and he had some good throws, and his offensive line stinks. But a lot of people went, oh, okay. Like, they get some pieces around here. Like, Cam Ward could be something. Like, they're not even letting J.J. McCarthy try some of that stuff.
No.
They're trying to protect him the best they can.
Back to Detroit, though, I'm still not putting them as elite.
No.
Not yet.
No.
Even though they destroyed. I mean,
honestly,
they destroyed them. I'm not going to put them into that elite group.
But selfishly, watching them, I was rooting for them to put up more points yesterday because that to me just shows you how good this Packers defense is and everything that we talked about and got excited about on Friday after they demolished the Commanders. Like, it isn't hyperbole. Watching the Lions do what they did yesterday and put up a 50-burger on the Bears made me feel that much better about the Packers defense.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because they're just flying around and just making things difficult on a team that they had 50 points with like 7 minutes left in the game.
Yeah. I think we learned more about the Bears and just how bad they are than we learned about the Lions.
I'm taking Kansas City out of the elites.
Ooh, a tier bump down.
Yes. But I'll tell you this, Philly. I don't know if you know this. Philly's good. They're beatable.
Yeah,
they're beatable.
They're beatable.
But I think what you saw yesterday is why home field advantage in the playoffs will be so big.
Okay.
Would you agree?
Well, because they might actually call a false start when they run their tush push.
No kidding. Twice. Twice.
They're just getting a head start on everybody. Like even
lining up in the neutral zone every time.
Yeah. Even Dean Blandino jumped on the broadcast. He's like, guys, I'm so sick of this play. It's just so hard to officiate.
Right, and to defend officials, which I never will do.
Except you're about to.
That split-second jump is so hard to see.
It is. Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like the normal false start. It's like bang, bang, but it's very obvious when you watch it back every single time they do it. And every single time when they show the above view,
you can't even see the football.
The center's head's over the football. That's in the neutral zone.
The center gets leeway, though.
How much leeway?
He gets some. Not a ton, but he gets some.
He's getting a lot of leeway on that.
Because even as a snapper, I mean, you're not holding the ball way out here to get it out of the neutral zone.
Oh, correct.
So you do get some leeway.
But then the problem is those guards are oftentimes in line with their helmets are in line with the ball.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I hate that play. I really just hate it. I wish they did away with it.
I think they're going to.
Yeah, I think we're
You
seeing
think
that.
so?
I think next year it's gone. It seems like if in week 2 everybody's already this exasperated by it, I think it's going to be gone.
But why do they have like a trademark on it is what I don't understand. Why don't other teams run it?
Because I think other
is it
teams.
all Jalen Hurts?
I mean, part of it's Jalen Hurts because he can
50%.
yeah. I mean,
He can squat 600
I was about to
pounds.
say the dude can squat a
Yeah.
semi truck, and that's a big part of it. But also, in order to properly run it, you have to do those little advantages that are actually illegal
Yes.
that we're talking about. And I'm guessing it takes some time to A, have the courage to tell your center to do some of the illegal stuff, and B, be able to get away with it the way the Eagles do. It's like when the Legion of Boom existed.
Yeah.
Like their plan was, hey, we're going to be physical as hell, and a lot of the stuff we do is not legal within the NFL rules. However, we're going to just dare the officials to flag us on every play because we're going to be physical past 5 yards. We're going to do all these different things, and sometimes it's going to get called, but it's not always going to get called, and ultimately that's going to work out in our favor.
They shift the Overton window, as you would call
I
it.
just hate it. I think it's just
Yeah, I think everybody does. I think everybody's over it.
Yeah, I think
It's-
everybody really enjoyed to laugh
think-
at the Packers.
Yeah.
And then they see it play out. They see the obvious flags that should be thrown on it, and they go, all right, that's enough.
Yeah. I think at this point, the teams that voted not to get rid of it are kicking themselves.
And I don't know how they can, because it is a dangerous play. If you look at both sides of the line, I mean, their heads are down
Mm-hmm.
and their butts are up in the air,
Yep.
which exposes your neck.
Yep.
So I don't know. Not a fan.
Yeah, and it's a hard play. And then at the end of the game, like I mean, I guess the joint possession goes to the offense, but I mean, someone's trying to punch the ball out of Jalen Hurts. When's he down? When's he not down? Because most of the, half the time, Hurts doesn't actually get down to the ground. He just kind of pushes forward and stops moving. So it's the forward progress stopping. When's that over? It's too hard of a play to officiate.
Yeah.
Get rid of it. And it's
They're
gonna
good,
be
though. They're.
the Eagles? Oh, yeah.
I mean, they'll be number one, would be my
In the
guess.
power rankings?
Over Buffalo? I mean, Buffalo, we're fine against the Jets.
Buffalo just knew.
boys.
Close to a win.
Yeah. I mean, going into Kansas City and winning, I would say is impressive.
And that's a tough place to play.
Tough place to play.
Yeah, it's brutal. I don't think I ever won there. Yeah.
You
Lost
guys
twice.
lost in 96, and what, you'd have played there in...
We played there in a Monday night
Mm,
in 93, Marty Schottenheimer. Yeah.
didn't go well for you
That's
guys.
a
huh?
tough place to...
Yeah, so
tough place.
the Eagles are number one.
There's only my elites are Buffalo,
There's 4.
Philly, Baltimore, Green Bay.
Probably it, huh?
Is that it, Joshy?
So I think
that's it.
I think we're dropping, because we talked a lot about the 6 teams. And at this point, I think dropping the Chiefs and Lions down a rung is fair.
Who's the next one to pop in? Chargers?
I think they're the one who can go either way. They
Okay.
could be a tier 3 in 3 weeks, or they could be in 1. You never know.
Here's the problem with the Chargers. I can just never trust them.
Uh-huh.
I've just
Yeah,
spent
but
too
it's
many...
Harbaugh, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Harbaugh is going to get to a Super Bowl eventually, right?
I don't
He's
know.
done it everywhere.
What's more powerful, Harbaugh or the Chargers chargering?
Oh, man. Those are two
Yes.
forces that are just going to
Rock
be
and a hard place.
colliding. That's just... Hey, I don't know which way I go there because Chewy's right. I mean, Harbaugh has literally had success
Yes.
everywhere he's
Yes.
gone. You know, he won a national
takes him a little
championship in
while.
Michigan. Yeah,
Yeah.
won a national championship in Michigan. Went to a Super Bowl with the San Francisco 49ers. Yeah, I don't know if he does it or not with the Chargers because the Chargers, like, they can't help themselves.
Yeah.
They just can't. Again, I go back to their quarterback last year, Justin Herbert, threw 3 interceptions in the regular season. And then because the Chargers got a Charger, he threw 4 in their playoff game.
Yeah. No, I get it. I just think Harbaugh's a difference maker there.
Oh, he 100% is.
Yeah.
100%
I mean, he's
is.
clearly elevated that team
Oh, sure.
from just a year in a game.
Yes. Yeah, and they play tonight, so we'll get a better... They're knocking on the door. Is there anybody else?
Detroit's on the door. I mean,
I think-
they can turn around. San Fran, I don't see them.
They're pretty beat up.
And they're old and...
I think they're a playoff team, and I think they probably win a game or 2.
In the playoffs?
Yeah.
I don't know if
I'd
I'm
say
there.
1.
I think they're pretty good.
What do you think of the Rams?
Very good.
It can be a lead or no?
Little. They're a little young on that defense, even though the defense seems pretty damn good.
But I think if you're going to be young someplace, that's where you want to be.
Yeah. And
defense is a young man's game.
Stafford didn't participate and looks fine.
Yeah. Like Washington, I don't see them climbing to elite.
No, there's some pieces missing
They
there.
built that team.
What
weird.
about your Bucks? They play tonight.
I think defensively they can't get to elite.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of can win one playoff game and that's it. Fair?
I think that's fair. So right now we've got 4 elites.
No, 5.
You keeping the Lions there?
Buffalo,
Philly, Baltimore, Green Bay.
Green Bay. Oh, I thought I had one more.
No,
Okay,
because
four.
of the 6 that we always talked about, we dropped out Kansas City and
then,
Detroit.
Detroit. Okay, that's fair.
I think, and by the way, I still think like Kansas City,
They'll figure it out, but
they've dug themselves a hole. Their offensive weapons are
Kelsey's old and slow.
stinky.
Yes.
Tyquan
I mean, he's still effective, but he's just, God. You watch him come off the ball. And
You want to talk about somebody literally doing it by themselves yesterday? Patrick Mahomes was doing everything he could.
Yeah.
His receivers
Well, they
stink.
were without Worthy. I don't think it would have made
they're
a
without
difference in the game.
Without Worthy, Rice.
Yeah.
Like Rice is the big impact maker there to me.
Philly's still
But
better.
he's still out for 4
Yeah.
games. Yeah, Philly's still better. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think Kansas City can get there. The problem is how many games are they going to lose before they kind of get fully functional?
How much football did you guys watch yesterday?
A lot. I mean, so I do prime time on ESPN radio. So I'm locked in all day long yesterday. I'm locked into the early games because we're talking about that. I'm locked into the afternoon games because we're updating everybody on them.
That's a shame.
How much football did you watch?
In and out.
It was an entertaining week.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good Sunday. It's a really good Sunday football.
I watched predominantly Bears-Lions until it got into Philly.
So what, to the
Philly,
second
Kansas
quarter?
City.
For a half.
Yeah.
I guess toward the end of the first half is when the Lions really started kind of pulling away.
Yeah. All right.
We feel great about the pack. It's a mini Victory Monday. That's what we're going to call it here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. But hey, let me tell you, if you're still looking to play some good golf, and there is still plenty of time, you've got half of September and October, it's a great time to be joining at Wisconsin Country Club. No assessments, no food and beverage minimums, an incredible challenging golf course, top-tier amenities like tennis, pickleball, and the pool. I have really enjoyed the food this year. The food's been fantastic at Wisconsin Country Club, and of course, I'm there because I love the golf. Challenging golf course, awesome practice facilities too. So if you don't have time to get out there and play an entire round or 9 holes, you can just go to the range or work on your game in the short game area. We've got 2 different little short game area greens. It is great. Get started today, WisconsinCountryClub.com. It's just a fairway away.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
It's slowing down eastbound 94, heading right through the Barker Road area past Brookfield Road, almost to Calhoun. We got the eastbound side continuing heavy from the zoo all the way through the stadium. Westbound 94 slowing from about 20th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. We've also got those delays on the bypass heading westbound from about 60th Street all the way through the Hale, all the way up towards National Avenue. Remember, we do have that left lane blocked on the northbound side of 894. That's part and parcel of that repaving job. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today. Mostly sunny skies, warmer inland with a high of 76 at the lake, 81 inland. Tonight, mostly clear, a low of 63. Weather is brought to you by Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more. Easy and affordable apparel personalization with no minimums and fast turnaround for all your printing needs. BigFrog.com/Mequon. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
For every piece of NFL news you need to know.
I would just say that right now I think all options are on the table. I think that they went through that trade thing and they talked to teams, and it's not like those talks are shut down.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino.
But they didn't go anywhere. And when they don't go anywhere, it opens up the possibility they could be back.
On 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. so they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Got an unused car, truck, or SUV just sitting in your garage? Now's the time to act. Your vehicle donation to Rawhide Youth Services provides essential mental health care for youths facing trauma and behavioral challenges. Your help is needed right away. Your vehicle could be the key to a young person's fresh start. Don't wait. Donate today at rawhide.org or call 1-800-RAWHIDE. Empty your garage. Fill a young life with hope.
Get ready to say goodbye to those bland seltzers at the ballpark. Carbless is proudly Wisconsin-born, crafted by real people. A husband and wife team who wanted better cocktails in a can. They're locally made and blissfully better. Carbless offers a bold, true cocktail flavor that's made for baseball fans. Available in fan-favorite flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and mango, bringing the craft cocktail bar to your seat. Refreshment that matches the energy of American Family Field is Carbless. Full of flavor, no sugar, and no carbs. Just game day bliss.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Lazaga for Comfort Awnings. I reclaim my outdoor space by having Comfort Awnings install a motorized retractable awning so I can enjoy the sun and get relief when I need it. Sensors are also available that detect strong winds and rain to extend or retract your awning. They even protect against UV radiation so you can safely enjoy the outdoors. Family owned and located in Burlington, Comfort Awnings expertly installs custom awnings that fit your home and style. Right now, you can receive $250 off all awnings and screens. Call 414-AWNINGS or visit comfortawnings.com.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tusher here, and the Pickler Menominee Falls is now open. Your home for pickleball. 9 premium indoor courts with unlimited play, leagues, tournaments, and clinics all included in your membership. Sign up today for open play spots or check out Learn to Play sessions and clinics. Members get 4 clinics a month included. Memberships start at just $119 a month. Check out all the options at thepickler.com. That's PICKLR.com. And I'll see you on the court.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Josh said it's garbage.
I'm so glad that Josh is getting a front row seat.
He said it doesn't work.
Chewy,
am I right or wrong?
We call that a setup in the biz.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Ever been close to tragedy? I've been close to folks who have. Have you ever felt the pain so powerful, so heavy?
Let me tell you about our friends at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. We have trusted Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, not just at ESPN Milwaukee, but a lot of us personally, like me. I needed a new front door. They came through my house, looked at my windows. Yeah, you're probably good there, but look, I really need a new front door. And they walked me through so many different customizable options before we landed on the perfect front door for my house. And look, I understand there are some apprehensions when you're inviting people into your house the way that you have to with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. But their vision is to be the company that people want to do business with, and they're never going to lead you astray. Again, it can be overwhelming, the number of options they have, but they're always going to point you in the right direction. Order by the end of the month, get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today. WisconsinCountryClub.com. It's just a fairway away.
I'll own it.
Well, so here's the problem.
I thought my microphone was off.
It most certainly was not.
It's not. All right, it's my fault.
Fairway away. It's cartoonish. Like how you haven't had anything but your Mio. Wait.
That wasn't that bad. I thought it was worse. Huh?
It wasn't good.
We love to burp in the facility, and you said,
so here's.
You can. No, it doesn't work.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say you can take the player out of the facility. You can't take the facility out of the player. That doesn't.
I think that works.
Does that work?
I think that works for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that works for you because here's the issue that I have because I was going to talk about this. Today is your last show.
Yes.
For 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Is it more than 2 weeks or just 2 weeks?
I think I'm out all the way up until 2 weeks from today.
Okay.
Yes.
Because you are going on a European cruise.
European vacation.
Yeah. Oh, vacation. Yes. Not a cruise. Last year was the cruise.
A riverboat.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Doing a little gambling on the riverboat?
I'm excited.
Well, but
I'm excited.
That's the thing. You're about to leave for 2 weeks. You clearly have some senioritis going on. You're not turning off your microphone.
No, yeah. I'm still bringing value, but just not that. It's like when you get old in your career, like Kelsey. He'll do a little bit, but he ain't doing much more than that.
Although I will say this.
I way overpack, too. And I normally don't do this.
You're
Because I have
way
no
overpacked?
idea how to pack.
Because you don't know what the weather's going to be like?
They say the weather's kind of like here. Could be 65, could be 80.
Mm-hmm.
So
how much difference in your wardrobe is
65 and 80?
Yeah.
Oh, huge.
Huge.
You wear a T-shirt and
it's
shorts
more
everywhere.
at night.
Okay.
I don't know why you have to dress up. Why can't you just go on a vacation, a cruise or whatever, and say, you want to wear this? You can wear this. Right?
Because...
And here's the problem, Gabe. This is the problem. I hate collared shirts. Hate them to death. Now...
I'm trying to think if I've ever seen you in a collared shirt.
I hate them. But here's the thing. So I love the Anitex that I was telling you about.
Yeah, good pullovers.
My uni, but it doesn't have a collar.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a hood. Now you can wear it on the golf course, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can wear it to dinner.
Mm-hmm. So I understand where you're coming from. However, if you went out to a nice restaurant here in Milwaukee, you and Angie, you're taking her out, let's say it's an anniversary, birthday, what have you, you're going out to a nice place.
Yes.
People are dressed up.
Yes.
And then you see one person in a T-shirt and shorts over in the corner. You're coming in the show the next day. You won't believe what I saw last night. Beautiful place. But if the vacation rule that you want to apply applies to that person, then you can't complain about that person that shows up in a T-shirt and shorts.
That's fair. It's fair. I don't know how it works in Europe, though. Like, do you think on a golf course in Spain you could wear an Anitec? Or do you have to wear
I'd like to
a
think
collared shirt?
I'd like to think that most golf courses have caught up with, I guess, and I'm putting this in air quotes, so nobody come after me for saying golf fashion, right? Like, I think you can kind of wear whatever, unless it's an incredibly nice course where it says, hey, you have to have a collar, you have to have, so if there's a dress code at the restaurant, and again, really nice restaurants typically will have a dress code. And I'm guessing the same thing applies over in Europe, that some places do have a dress code. Maybe your upscale places that maybe you and Angie want to go would have that dress code.
Okay.
There's isn't the general consensus Americans travel to Europe and are consistently underdressed and are consistently wearing what is ostensibly pajamas for a lot of people in Europe? Isn't that
because
kind of the common...
fashion's much bigger in Europe, right?
Yes.
And I told Angie, because she's a little concerned. Now, she underpacked. But I said the thing about her...
You guys pulled the old switcheroo.
Well,
she
the thing
underpacked,
about
you
her,
overpacked.
She can actually go over there and go shopping. I can't.
You're too big.
They ain't going to have 2XLT. So I'm stuck with what I got.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Angry, who's going with us, the lederhosen, listen to this. He's an engineer, right?
Yeah.
So he took all the buttons off his lederhosen and replaced it with Velcro for when you got to take a leak. I don't know how to unbutton these things to take a leak, and it's thick leather. I don't think I can lift the leg up and
sneak out the back door there.
Yeah,
for a lack of a better term,
it's a side door more.
Side door, yeah.
I don't think you can. But I could probably take a leak in my shorts and no one would ever know.
I would
Why
avoid.
would you do that?
I would avoid urinating in your pants. Personally,
I've done
you
it
just
before.
You just can't break the seal.
I was going on to kickoff return.
Yeah, guess what?
What?
We'll finish the story.
I know. I had another pair of pants in the locker room. Yeah. So it was right before halftime. We're in Buffalo. It's 90. I drank way too much water, and I had to take a leak. And I'm like, if I go out on kickoff return and get hit, I'm going to whiz myself right there. So I figured it was better to do it on the sidelines.
Instead of getting hit and being forced to?
Correct.
Yeah.
Was that a good choice?
I think that was a good choice.
Okay.
And you're not the only. You're certainly not the first. Won't be the last person to urinate in their pants on an NFL field.
I feel like that's less common now that we have the pop-up tent.
Yes, that's where they go now.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though you're not supposed to.
That is the one thing I can't believe. Well, social media isn't what it. There was no social media back there.
Yeah.
But Brett used to do it at least 3 times a year. All the quarterbacks would stand around him. He would take a plastic bag and whiz into that, and no one would notice. Like when you go to the stand, you sat in the stands, right, before. How much are you looking at the sideline?
Not too often.
Really?
Not too often. Because again, you're looking at what's going on the field. Like, so when I went to the Packers-Bears game last year.
Yeah.
And we looked at the sideline a little bit because Jordan got hurt, had the elbow injury, left the game.
Yeah.
So we were watching the sideline to see if he was going to be able to come back into the game at all.
See, I would be
but that's
far
about it.
more interested in the sideline than the game.
Yeah, that's where you're in the minority. Pretty big minority there.
Really?
What do you mean more interested in the sideline?
I think
than
it's
the
more
game?
interesting to me. You know, who's getting yelled at? Who's hanging out? No.
You think the cliques amongst the team is more interesting than the NFL football taking place?
I find it more interesting, unless you start getting down into the red zone when you're going to score. it's like
between the 20s,
casual fan.
Chewy is just staring
like
at the
casual
sideline.
fan, and I don't blame them. They follow the football.
Yeah,
and you miss so much when you follow the football.
Which is why we do the All-22.
Yes.
That's why we do the All-22s.
Yeah. So, yeah.
However, so again, not the first, won't be the last to urinate yourself on an NFL field. And I'm sure people at Oktoberfest, I'm sure they urinate themselves as well.
Oh.
Not as socially acceptable to do it over there.
Have you seen some of the videos that come out every year from Oktoberfest?
No.
There's a lot more than urinating themselves going on around there.
What? Serious?
Yeah.
Get a little hammed.
How crazy is that going to be? Is it going to be like Mardi Gras?
Yes.
Got to imagine, yeah. Got to imagine. I mean, it very well could be the highlight of the trip. I'm not sure. But I'm excited to see the pictures of you and Lederhosen.
Yes. But the advice we've got is don't buy cheap stuff because they will make fun of you.
Yeah.
Cheap Lederhosen.
Mm-hmm.
And Angie got her dress shortened, which can be taboo. From it, I don't know whether it's disrespect or what.
I have no idea.
But she doesn't like dresses below the knee.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I benefit, but I don't know what everyone else is gonna say about it.
How everybody else is going to feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can only imagine after getting a couple of drinks, if somebody says something to your wife about her dress being short, that's not going to end well for anybody.
No.
So you got to be on your toes,
Yeah,
pal.
I know. I gotta be good. But angry's got a trigger too. So
wait, are you telling me that you are taking a trip to a European countries?
Yes.
And you're going to be the most responsible one?
My nickname's Chewy. It's not Angry.
Yeah, I understand.
He has the nickname Angry for a reason.
I understand.
Yes.
I understand. You're the one that's got to be responsible for everybody?
Yeah.
Because whenever you go, whenever you're out as a group, whether you're going on a big trip like this or just going out like Joshy does on a Saturday night, usually there is going to be one person who's a little more responsible than everybody else to try to make sure that everybody gets to where they need to get.
What is the music going to be? Is it going to be like Coldplay or is it going to be like German music?
I would bet, because I'm sure you'd hear the traditional German music, but I bet a lot of the places, if you know anything about German, it's like techno and electronic music.
What is that called?
They're clubs.
I know, but what is it called? There's EDMs.
Yes.
I learned that from the kids. What is it called?
It's EDM. You said EDMs, like it's M&M's.
Oh.
You'll guide it.
This is going to be...
I just hope you make it back.
I just
That's
don't
all I'm
know.
rooting
I hope
for.
I got enough bail money is what I hope.
Yeah, just...
Because my wife, she'll let me stay in there.
Oh, yeah.
Until we leave.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah. Let you think about it a bit.
Oh, boy. Oh, well, hopefully Chewy does rejoin us in 2 weeks. But he's got, as we just learned, he's got a little bit of senioritis going on. Guys, I am telling you, no matter what age you are, low testosterone can be an issue for any guy. So I've been telling you about Mentality, and I've been using Mentality for a while. All right, so what do they do? Well, they treat low testosterone. And it can be an issue, like I said, for any guy. If you're tired, groggy, just don't feel like yourself, don't have that energy, not even just to get through your day, but to attack the day like you once used to. Those are all signs of low testosterone. I thought those were signs of just getting a little bit older. Just thought, okay, this is the new normal. Got to get used to it. You don't have to. That's not the way it has to be. Not if you use Mentality. Go to their website, mentalityhealth.com/radio. Mentalityhealth.com/radio. Book an appointment. Just go through the process. You get a blood panel done at the end, and if your testosterone levels are low, you get to work with Mentality. And it's not here's your stuff, be on the way. It's not one size fits all. It is a customized testosterone treatment solution just for you. And every 12, 13 weeks, you go back, you get checked on, make sure your levels are where they need to be, make sure you're still good to go. There's no better, safe, and insured medical solution available. So go to Mentality Health Radio, mentalityhealth.com/radio. They allow treatment to fit into every guy's lifestyle. Find out more about Mentality and their low testosterone treatments, mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
We got backups now from Highway 16 all the way through the Barker Road area. Also, more delays from the Zoo interchange all the way to about 35th. The westbound side's backed up out of the Marquette all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Southbound 41, heavy from Appleton Avenue down to Burleigh. Northbound Mayfair Road up to Burleigh. Then we've also got northbound 4394 backing up out of the Plainfield curve all the way up to broken down vehicle. Actually, the broken down vehicles on the southbound side, but we do have it slow northbound all the way up past Oklahoma Avenue. Southbound's got some pockets heading past Oklahoma Avenue as well. Traffic is brought to you by Dick & Schroff Heating and Cooling, now hiring HVAC installers and service technicians. Join a winning positive team culture that sets them apart. Apply today at dickandschroff.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, mostly sunny, warmer inland with a high of 76 at the lake, 81 inland. Tonight, mostly clear, a low of 63. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Hi, I'm Jim Frucci, Managing Partner and PGA Professional at Morningstar Golfers Club, and I'd like to personally invite you to play your next round of golf at Morningstar. Lush green fairways, velvet smooth greens, magnificent vistas from high above our championship golf course. Morningstar was created with the serious golfer in mind, and it continues to be the public course by which all other area public courses are measured. Book your tee time today and reserve a spot on our membership wait list. Come out and see what all of Southeast Wisconsin's been talking about. Hey, you played the rest. Now play the best.
Kevin Moret here for Mentality. Listen up, gentlemen. You're fighting an unfair battle. Studies show testosterone levels in men have plummeted by 25% in just 2 decades. That's why you're struggling with energy, muscle, and drive. But here's a game changer. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments boost testosterone by 30% on average. Imagine reclaiming the vitality your grandfathers had. Picture turning heads, dominating your career, and feeling unstoppable again. Don't settle for today's normal. Seize the day at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Thinking about buying or building a new home? Start with a mortgage pre-approval from Great Midwest Bank and experience a state of tranquility. At Great Midwest Bank, we offer fast approvals and flexible options with experienced loan officers who understand the local market, because they live here too. Whether you're breaking ground for new construction or buying that dream home just around the corner, we'll guide you every step of the way. Bank with confidence and start your journey at greatmidwestbank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Are you ready to unleash the beast? Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate your competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today.
This is Joe Budden. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. So I'm here to make sure you don't miss any of the daily fantasy action this football season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code PLAYNOW to get $50 in site credits after you play your first $5. That's code PLAYNOW to get $50 in site credits after you play your first $5. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
You want more physical harm beset upon people who are trying to earn a living.
I want winners. If someone has to die in order for us to win, then that's the price you pay.
On 94.5 ESPN.
With a dedicated Milwaukee team, Fifth Third Bank knows what success looks like. For 15 years, we've been serving businesses, organizations, and individuals in the area with a long-standing commitment to the healthcare and not-for-profit sectors. Whether it's expansion to commercial payments, Fifth Third offers a full suite of financial services and solutions to navigate your organization's complex needs. Experience the difference with Fifth Third Bank National Association, custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC. On the Cardinals Talking text line, 800-990-3776, T in Pewaukee, two things. One, said he drafted Joe Burrow only twice in his lifetime on his fantasy teams, both times injured for multiple games, never again. And we'll get to that in a second. What would he would make sure if he was packed on a European riverboat trip? NFL Red Zone. Chewy, do you have Red Zone packed?
Yes. But it's 9 hours.
Yeah, the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, time difference. And I'm not even sure, again, your streaming service is drastically different.
Yeah.
So when I went last year, when I went to Scotland with our on the tee trip, Packers were playing the Cardinals. And I have YouTube TV, and obviously, I mean, if I had a VPN, I could have made it work. But I didn't. So none of my YouTube TV stuff worked. Again, I know you've got this streaming service that may or may not be illegal. So I ended up having to purchase the game for $10. So I purchased the game, was able to use my laptop, and we used an HDMI cord to hook it up to one of the TVs in the places we were staying at. So at least we could watch the Packers game. But I don't know, even if you're going to have time to watch all these different things.
Did they play at noon?
The Packers
Sunday?
played at noon.
So that's 9
this Sunday.
for me over there.
Mm-hmm. And then
I'm not sure what city I'll be in, but I'm sure I'd be able to find a bar over there that has it, or no? I mean, people watch NFL football in Europe.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
No?
I think it depends on the size of the city, I'm sure, to an extent you're staying in. Because there's definitely NFL bars probably in every major city where people watch.
But all I need is internet, right?
Yeah.
Oh, then I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be good.
Plus, it's Packers-Browns. But you're going to be back by the 28th, right?
I think that's Sunday. I'm not sure what time we get in, but it'll be that Sunday, and they're playing at Dallas. My guess is that's a 3:25 game.
That is Sunday night football.
So I will be able to. Depends how whacked I am with jet lag.
Yeah.
But
trying to keep an eye on the NFL. But as T in Pewaukee had pointed out, Joe Burrow, Adam Schefter reporting this morning, he's undergoing surgery on his turf toe, expected missing minimum of 3 months. Why are we talking about that? Well, because the Green Bay Packers play them in their next home game. The next time the Packers are inside Lambeau Field, it will be against the Cincinnati Bengals, and it will be without Joe Burrow.
They're favored against them anyways at home. Probably
I would think so.
5 or 6. Now it'll be
they're the fakest
double digits
2-0 team.
They're what?
Said they're the fakest 2-0 team right now.
Whoa. Well, because Burrow's hurt?
Well, and just the games they've won, they've had 7 yards in the second half yesterday. I mean, 2 weeks ago. They're not as good as their record shows, and I think we're gonna see. I mean, Jake Browning's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
Pretty good.
He's backup quarterback. Backup quarterback, the only thing that matters is did you win the game?
Yeah, but they're done. They might as well put Joe Burrow on IR because you read off their schedule.
Yeah.
Hey, see ya.
I wanted to fight Chewy on that, Josh, so bad. He's fine. He kept them afloat a couple of years ago. So they play at the Vikings coming up this Sunday, which I think is a winnable game. Then they're at the Broncos. Gets a little tougher.
Yeah.
How do you feel about home against the Lions?
Not great.
At the Packers?
No.
That's a loss.
And then a nice little reprieve here. Steelers, Jets, and Bears.
Okay.
Okay.
Then Steelers, Patriots. Ravens, Bills, Ravens.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's 3 more, so. Yeah, goodbye. You think Mike Brown's mad that he signed Hendrickson now?
Just gave him 16 mil.
Yeah.
14, whatever it was, to get him to 30 mil this year.
No, that's a win.
Yeah, so
not that it wasn't a win before, but it's a little more comfortable win now.
Yeah.
Well,
but they might have challenged the defense.
When you face somebody like Joe Burrow, even when your defense is as good as the Packers' defense, you face a quarterback like that, you're like, okay, we got to make sure we're on top of it today. Can't have any little lapses in the back end because that's somebody who will make you pay. Yeah.
Have we?
Best of luck to you, Jake Browning, against Jeff Halfley in this defense.
Can we do something a little fun here?
What's that?
2-0 start.
Yep.
15 games left. Chewy, do you want to update your win-loss schedule game? Because we've seen a little bit from each team here. The Packers got 2 wins to start. I think most people were expecting 1-1 for these first 2 weeks for the Packers.
Hold on. 1-1 without Parsons or 1-1 with Parsons? Without, yes.
Yeah, I think because
I would agree.
When the schedule came out, we went, man, if they go 1-1 of those first 2, we're going to feel pretty good about what this team can do.
All right.
You mean update how I think they're going to finish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll run through it here.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So I'm just going to keep track of losses because I think it's at the Browns.
That's a win.
At the Cowboys.
That's a win.
Home against the Bengals.
That's a win.
At the Cardinals.
Cardinals are 2-0 too.
They held on for dear life against the Panthers.
You want to update your fakest 2-0 team?
Yeah, that's true. Those two are going to be in a battle for it.
But letdown game, hot. There's one of those. There's one in the schedule somewhere. I just don't know where it is. I won't say it's there. I'll say that's a win.
We'll keep those because, every team has a letdown game. We'll decide between the other options.
At the Steelers.
That's a win.
Home against the Panthers.
Is that a letdown game? That's a win.
Home against the Eagles.
They play the Eagles this year, huh?
Play the Eagles on Monday Night Football at home, at Lambeau Field.
I want them to lose.
Meaning they have to get some L's in there to feel...
No, I want them to lose because when you go or you have to go out to Philly, it's better that I think you lose during the regular. I'm going to say they lose, which is a good thing.
I don't know if that's a good thing. Because I want them to have that aura about Lambeau Field again. And if you lose that game, it's hard to have it.
I'm just going to say they lose, and I want them to lose. I think losing is a good thing.
Okay. All right, so we've got home against the Eagles as a loss. At the Giants.
That's a win.
Home against the Vikings.
That's a win.
Lions in Detroit on Thanksgiving.
I'll say that's a loss.
Okay. At Lions. So we're at 2. Home against the Bears.
Home again, that's a win.
At the Broncos.
How many games are left?
4, including this one.
I'll say that's a win.
Okay. At the Bears.
That's a win.
Home against the Ravens.
I'll say that's a loss.
And then at the Vikings.
And that's a win.
So you've got them for 3 losses.
Yes.
14-3.
Is that good enough to win it all? I mean, get home field, the number 1 seed.
You'd certainly hope so.
It wasn't last year.
It wasn't? Oh, that's right.
Because the Vikings went 14-3. The Lions went 15-2.
Yeah. Remember this
but
was
the
a hard
problem
schedule?
is if they lose to Philly.
I do remember when it was a hard schedule. I really do. But again, it helps that the Cowboys absolutely stink now.
Yeah.
The Bengals are going to be lost without their quarterback. We saw what the Steelers are. Now, again, the Eagles is still a tough game.
Yeah.
The Ravens, still a tough game.
And Detroit at Detroit is
that'll be a tough game because they're only going to get better. And then they're going to be at home on the short week. You have to travel there. It's Thanksgiving. It's tough.
I think also that Broncos game, those games can get squirrely against such a good defense like that.
Mm-hmm.
Things can happen there that you might, but I think the Packers are clearly a better team. But that's
offensively, yes.
Yeah, that's a losable game.
Yes, I would agree.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not one I'd be super disappointed by either. It's like, well, you went and lost to a pretty decent playoff team.
But again, it was a hard schedule before they went and dominated what we still believe are going to be two of the better teams in the NFC.
Yeah.
Did also
offensively need a little more, I think.
The Packers?
Yeah.
Oh, I agree.
Need a little more.
They've left points on the table first 2 weeks.
But that's what makes me feel good is that Jordan Love agrees with that assessment.
Yes.
The fact that he's not out there like, oh, yeah, we're just rolling. No, hey, I love some throws out there. We need to be better offensively. We need to be more efficient. The fact that that's what he's saying after those 2 games makes me feel better.
Also, I just want to do this.
Read it.
You're getting a little toady there, bud.
Who, me?
3 lost Packers.
I'm a realist. I was going to go 2. I still may go 2.
Read it.
You still don't want to come on board when it comes to Golden with me.
No, heavens.
Josh, I think it's going to be 45 to 50 catches this year.
No, he's going to break out in one of these weeks, and then you're going to start to pull back.
You think? Beep. I mean, with Reed down, it should improve his numbers.
I mean, he had a 2-touchdown game that Jordan Love screwed for him.
I'm more upset by the first one that he underthrew.
Yeah.
Because the second one, overthrows happened. It was a bomb, but like Golden cooked.
Yeah.
And if you throw that ball toward the back of the end zone, it's an easy touchdown. Instead, he underthrew it, and the ball's like Golden cooked so much that the ball was violently underthrown, and the defensive back barely got there to break it up.
The one thing that has me worried about Golden is just the defense being this good. You just might not need to use really any of the passing weapons as much as you'd hope. Because if you're going to just maintain leads and be ahead, that's a whole different game.
And that's part of I need more out of the offense is I need a little more in the rushing side of things, I mean, Josh Jacobs, and he doesn't want to be hitting stride week 2 or week 3. So they'll be fine.
I think a lot of that also is teams going, hey, you're not going to beat us with the run. And then Jordan Love, despite not being
they're
perfect,
going to have to pivot.
Defenses, eventually.
Yeah. I mean, his next 2 weeks, pivot whatever way you want. You're not going to win.
Do your best.
Right?
Good luck, champ.
Yeah. It's all about staying healthy. That's it. 1,000% health is going to determine where they're going to be at the end of the year.
And this was something that, obviously in 2010, they had 16 guys on IR, whatever the number was.
Yeah.
It was a high number. And they were beat up, but they were healthy at the right position. Same thing with you guys. You guys went through a lot of injuries in 96, but Brett stayed healthy. Reggie stayed healthy. Leroy stayed healthy.
Yeah.
Like the studs, those 3 Hall of Famers all stayed healthy, so you were able to keep it afloat while other guys like yourself, like Frey, were, missed a few games and then were able to get healthy for the stretch run.
And then we lost Robert.
Yeah, you lost Robert.
That's going to happen.
Yeah.
So just...
And this team has suffered some injuries along the offensive line, right? So to me, it's about avoiding the big catastrophic injuries, whether we're talking about Jordan, whether we're talking about Micah Parsons.
McKinney.
Who's on that level? McKinney, Jacobs. Is
Love,
Cooper there yet?
Love. Parsons.
Cooper would hurt, but I feel like they have enough bodies at that position where... It certainly wouldn't be as good, but it's still going to be good enough.
Yeah, you'd notice a difference.
And then losing Keyshawn would sting.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that.
That would sting.
Because Keyshawn has been probably the most underrated Packer through 2 games.
Yes.
Through 3 seasons.
Probably do that. But again, that's why I felt good about that, because Keyshawn Nixon has always answered we talk about that with Rasheed Walker, how he's won every competition. Every time the Packers have asked Keyshawn Nixon to do more, he has come through and passed the test. And he is passing the test through 2 games so far this season. There was an incident at AmFam on Saturday night. We dive into that coming up next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. If you want to have some great frozen pizza, Connie's, the cornmeal dusted crust, all natural ingredients. What's not to love with Connie's frozen pizza right now? A BOGO sale going on at Pick and Save and Metro Market stores, so you can enjoy pizzeria quality without the pizzeria prices. So stock up. This BOGO deal valid through September 30th at your local Pick and Save and Metro Markets. But Connie's, I hadn't had it until a couple of weeks ago for like a little while. You get excited about all the other stuff that Palermo's has going on there. Connie's crust, it's just so unique for a frozen pizza. You can't get anything like it. Again, that little cornmeal dusted crust in the bottom, it's so good. So what are you waiting for? BOGO right now. Connie's frozen pizza at Pick and Save and Metro Market stores.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
This year, it just feels different.
Swing and a miss! He struck him out!
Listen to WTMJ as the Brewers make their charge to the postseason. Brewers playoff coverage is presented by the Neurospine Center of Wisconsin and featured by Annex Wealth Management, Boucher Automotive, and Delta Dental. We are the home of the Brewers. WTMJ.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
Cold plunges, better sleep, a gym buddy. How do you know what has the biggest impact for an active body and mind? With BetterHelp, you can talk with real, qualified therapists, not AI. With a 4.9-star rating, BetterHelp understands mental wellness shouldn't be tougher than a workout. Their therapists can figure out what's best for you. And yeah, it might involve a cold plunge. Visit BetterHelp.com, code TIMEOUT for 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com, code TIMEOUT.
Got an unused car, truck, or SUV just sitting in your garage? Now's the time to act. Your vehicle donation to Rawhide Youth Services provides essential mental health care for youths facing trauma and behavioral challenges. Your help is needed right away. Your vehicle could be the key to a young person's fresh start. Don't wait. Donate today at rawhide.org or call 1-800-RAWHIDE. Empty your garage. Fill a young life with hope.
I'd like you to listen to a little question and answer session with James Imaging Systems client Preston Clark. He oversees IT services at Creative Business Interiors. Preston, why James?
I do feel like that we are partnered, again, as opposed to being sold to.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
If I need service, they're here almost within 4 hours every time. I've never had an issue where I'm like, where is that guy?
That works for you and the business, right, Preston?
Yeah, exactly. I don't have to worry about it.
Plus, there's IT-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation from James Imaging Systems.
I've got information that I can then go to my superiors with and say, hey, here's how we can save a little bit of money.
And
then I kind of look like the hero, too.
Want to be the hero in your office? Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
What if a quarterback completed 4 out of his 5 passes, or a point guard hit 4 out of 5 shots from behind the arc? Well, now, when you're hiring, you can play at that level, because 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter's technology hustles to find skilled people for your job, and you can invite your top picks to apply. Try ZipRecruiter for free today at ZipRecruiter.com/USL. That's ZipRecruiter.com/USL.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
I've been to my fair share of green and gold games, and the best way to get there is with Accutrans Group. At Good Karma Brands and ESPN Milwaukee, we use Accutrans Group to get our partners to and from Green Bay, and it's always first class. From stadiums to concerts and tailgates, your game day fun starts the moment you step on board. Sit back, relax, and let their professional chauffeurs handle the traffic while you enjoy the ride. Accutrans Group is Milwaukee's premier ground transportation, available 24/7 with sedans, SUVs, limos, vans, and buses. Book today at Accutransgroup.com.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I thought
Salvation
every time
Army.
that they hear their name when it's non-scheduled, that's what they want to hear.
I could hear Ashley laughing in the background.
Am I right or wrong?
He's not wrong. Hey, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
He is wrong.
On 94.5 ESPN.
I want to tell you about a new partner we have here at ESPN Milwaukee. It's Events by Design. I have seen firsthand a lot of the different things that Events by Design can do. They can help you boost culture, captivate, and with captivating corporate events like appreciation parties, brand activations, and more. So if you need help on a big party or small party, there's no limit that they have at Events by Design. For example, I've seen them put together the Bucks Soiree. It was an amazing event last winter that I went to where the Bucks have it's just a big fancy event. But then they've also done small things. Like for us at our golf outing, they did walk-up songs in the 14th hole, and it just added that little bit. Plus, I was at the night market last Wednesday. It's a popular event. It's right out in front here on Wisconsin Avenue. If you haven't been, they lend support for that too, helping put together the night market. So again, they can do things big, little, small. And if you're thinking about that holiday party, and if you run a business, you should be thinking about that right now. Why not contact Events by Design and let them help you out? Retain top talent. Invest in that culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
But I could never live the way they run.
Ken Rosenthal seems to be the latest ire of Brewers fans, Chew. I showed you the video.
Yeah.
So the Brewers were playing on Saturday night against the St. Louis Cardinals. And we found out earlier in the day that they had already clinched a playoff berth, but they won the game in dramatic fashion. They were down by 3 runs in the 9th inning, rally for 3 runs in the 9th, give up a run in the 10th, score 2 runs in the 10th to win the game. Unlikely win for the Brewers. Andrew Monasterio, once again, ends up being the hero, hitting a walk-off base hit, scoring the game-winning run. So after the game, because the game's on national television, he's being interviewed by Ken Rosenthal, who is, the dugout sideline guy for Fox. And yeah, if you've ever watched a baseball game or watched an interview, Sophia Minnaerts, our friend Sophia Minnaerts, she's gotten soaked a couple of times by the Gatorade bath that you get after you hit the walk-off hit. So Rosenthal, in the middle of the interview, sees the Gatorade bath coming for Monasterio. So he starts to back away, starts backpedaling out of there. And he trucks and runs over the Brewers team photographer, who is down on a knee, taking pictures of this interview. And then he just stares him down. No, my bad. No, I'm sorry. And I'm just, look, I know Ken Rosenthal doesn't have the greatest reputation. I know there are some Brewers fans who are upset with his line of questioning of the Miz at the All-Star game during that. But if you want to upset Mark Murphy, run over the team photographer and don't apologize. Because that guy is beloved. What did I say?
Mark.
Oh, Pat Murphy. I got my Murphys confused.
Oh, I'm sure it upset Mark Murphy.
Yeah, I'm sure it's upset Mark. He threw out a first pitch this weekend.
Upset me.
But run over the team's photographer and see how cordial Pat Murphy's going to be to you when you want to do these interviews that you do during the game.
I do want to add that not only did he kind of do the stare down, he gave a head shake as he walked away.
I know, and he's 5'1", wearing a bow tie. Ooh, that's a crazy stare down, bro. God forbid they clinch the playoffs and the photographer wants to take a picture. You know what I mean? It's just
Joshy, we'll see. Let me know if I'm doing this right. What is it with you and your generation? You can't say I'm sorry when you bump into somebody?
I apologize.
What is it with your generation?
I apologize for letting out air at the end of a break because I thought my microphone. I said that's on me.
He did. You know what? He did own that.
Yeah.
I guess
fairway
wait. Play it again.
Yeah. Wait. What was that? It doesn't even sound like a burp.
I don't even know what it is. It's to me, it's the at the end. You're just so relieved that you got that first noise out of you.
No.
Just okay. Now I can finally relax.
The poor photographer too.
Yeah, and he looked like accidents happen. You're trying to get out of the way.
Yeah.
And I know you're on TV. Just tap your chest. Hey, my bad. I'm sorry.
Or how about sorry, I didn't see you there.
Oh, he was. Rosenthal got torched online yesterday.
There's a few things that you can always sort of make judgments about people's character. When you bump into somebody, you accidentally knock someone down. If it's not reflexive for you to go, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Are you okay?
When I broke the umpire's nose in Pittsburgh when he jumped in front of me and I was running a crossing route.
Yeah,
I stopped and went to help the dude up because his face was smashed.
Yes, and that's
wasn't that nice of me?
If I'm backing up and I feel myself I instinctively put my arms out and I'm like, hey, my bad, I'm sorry. It's almost. But again, upset my guy. It's clearly your guy.
Not my guy.
Your generation can't say I'm sorry.
How old is he?
62.
That's not my generation.
Sorry, pal.
I got some bad news.
Check Gabe and Chewy, more in 2 minutes.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Slow on northbound 94, basically from before the airport spur through the Mitchell interchange all the way up to just past Holt Avenue. We do have a vehicle that was involved in an accident that is in that right lane, so just be extra careful with that. We've got westbound 94 hitting the brakes coming out of the Marquette all the way to about Mitchell Boulevard. Still have that crash on the ramp from 43 southbound to westbound 94 off on the right shoulder, and 41 southbound backing up from Good Hope Road all the way down past Capitol Drive. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny skies, warmer inland, a high of 76 at the lake, 81 inland. Tonight, mostly clear, a low of 63. Weather is brought to you by Avondale Roofing. Raise the roof and your standards with Avondale Roofing, your trusted partner for over 30 years. Remember, they get on top so you don't have to. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Discover Proof Pizza at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. In the heart of Milwaukee's Theater District, this modern pizzeria delivers Neapolitan-style pies, a bold grill menu, and old-school hospitality in a sleek, art-inspired setting. Whether you're craving a quick lunch or a relaxed evening bite, Proof Pizza is your go-to downtown destination. Dine in, unwind, and savor flavor that hits just right. And here's a tip. If you mention Jen Latta, you'll receive 10% off your order. Learn more at stkatearts.com.
Two perennial women's college volleyball powers meet Wednesday, September 17th at Pfizer Forum. Be there as Marquette and Wisconsin take the court. The last time they played in 2023, over 17,000 fans attended the match. Make plans now to see these in-state rivals on Wednesday, September 17th, starting at 8 p.m. Limited tickets remain. Don't wait. Go to Ticketmaster.com/Marquette and secure your seats for college volleyball action at Pfizer Forum.
Hey, this is Homer. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
If I was rooting for a place for him to go, I think it would be Baltimore. You add a legitimate wide receiver to what they have there.
So what's your first book? Breakfast at Tiffany's. It's kind of old, isn't it? They wanted to read a Truman Capote book. Oh, sure. Truman Capote. He's a great writer. Oh, yeah. Did you ever read anything by him? No. You? Nah.
And on top of it, he did, put out the Instagram post of Edgar Allan Poe. Who? Edgar Allan Poe. You familiar?
So how's the book come? I said, how's the book come? Oh, pretty good. So what's it about? Oh, it's about Holly Golightly. Holly Golightly. Yeah, she's quite a cat. Yeah. You haven't read a page, have you?
No. He's a guy.
He's a guy.
Edgar, I picked up on that.
Yeah, very, very famous poet.
Yes, I'm very familiar with Edgar Allan Poe, unlike some other people in the journalistic space. Quote the Raven, nevermore.
The Raven's mascot, his name is Poe.
I know. Listen, I know.
It's Poe.
You know, if it's not about sports, I find it very hard to concentrate. You're not very bright, are you? No, I'm not. I would like to be, but I'm not.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamorro. Here's Jen Latta.
Running her mouth, she wants to ride it, she's trying to hide it. I'm cool as ever, she's too excited. Her man look like he wanna fight. He ain't doing nothing but running his mouth. Talk about it, we all about it. They making plans, we sit and count.
Everybody's flying high about the Green Bay Packers. Everybody. Not just us here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. To the point where Chewy is even turning a little toady.
How do you... I nailed last year, 11-6.
Yeah, uh-huh.
You didn't call me toady then. That's still pretty darn good.
It's not 14-3, though.
They're pretty good. When they're good, I'll admit they're good. When they're not, I'll admit they're not.
Somebody else who absolutely loves what's been going on in Green Bay, Peter Schrager, formerly of the NFL Network, now with ESPN. Here is what he had to say last week on Get Up when it comes to Micah Parsons.
Last year, the story of the league was Saquon Barkley, new place, dominating, leading a team to a championship. Is Micah this year's Saquon?
It's eerily similar in that Joe Shane was on Hard Knocks, the Giants GM, and we had it all on video. We had him saying the words that were going to move on from Saquon, so it was almost like the smoking gun of here's the mistake that was made. Jerry has so many quotes on camera and so many things in paper that he actually has said we're better off with Micah. We need to improve the rushing game, the run defense game. Kenny Clark improves us. It's all right there. We saw it all on video. Micah Parsons could be the Saquon Barkley of this season.
Do you agree with that?
I mean, it's early. We're only 2 games in. What does he have? 1.5 sacks?
1.5 sacks. Yep.
I mean, it's early, but it's certainly trending that way. It won't, if he does, it won't be so much his numbers. It'll be everyone else's numbers, you know? Because a guy like that, like I said, what's Gary got? Gary's got 1.5
I think he's got 2. Because he had a half.
The fact that he makes everyone
2.5
better around him, I don't think it'll be in his numbers just because he is going to garner so much attention, which will keep his numbers down.
So Rashawn has 2.5. Devontae has 2. Micah Parsons has a sack and a half.
Yeah, that's the Micah Parsons effect. So it might be a little harder to see.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is hard to see, though, Chew.
You know?
I think even just the average fan can notice the energy difference and the way that this team flies around, and I think that's easy enough to contribute to Micah Parsons. It's funny.
Let's sprinkle it to the back of the defense, too. Keyshawn is playing so good because of Micah Parsons.
Well, and Micah Parsons said, hey, I've never played with somebody who wasn't a Pro Bowl cornerback, so get ready back there.
Yeah.
You're going to have opportunities. He was targeted 5 times. He broke up all 5 passes.
Mm-hmm.
Broke up all 5 passes, Chew.
Yeah.
We had last year Eric Stokes. I still don't know if he's broken up a pass since 2020 or 2021, whatever the year was. It was in a ridiculous amount of snaps that he went without breaking up a pass. And Keyshawn had 5 in the game on Thursday.
Yeah.
And it's funny to me because right before this happened, and as we now know, looking at the comments that Brian Gutekunst made in hindsight, that the deal had basically already been agreed to. They were just figuring out the financial piece of Micah Parsons when he said this. But when he said, yeah, you're never one player away, kind of feels like the Packers might have just been one player away.
Well, the thing that's pleasantly surprising to me is, and Dallas isn't our team, and we don't dive into Dallas like we do here. I didn't realize he was that selfless. I didn't know that. Did you?
I don't think he had that reputation in Dallas.
Yeah. He certainly has it here.
Yeah.
You know what it kind of reminds me of? Just what he's said so far since he's been here. A little bit of Giannis.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Selfless.
Okay.
Right?
I had not made that connection.
Wants everyone to be better.
Yeah.
Has a high bar. Because they're going to, like I said, they're going to go through bumps.
Yeah.
But everything he said so far, to me, I think he's, going to school in Penn State. I think he's just a small town guy that likes to play football.
I think what we've seen a shining example of is how much leadership the top of your organization affects everyone on down, even from your best players to, man 53 on the active roster.
Could this be the worst trade in NFL?
I mean,
how many
Herschel
Super Bowls do they
trade.
have to win in order for this to be the worst trade ever?
Well, I think you can draw, speaking of the Cowboys, a pretty direct line to the Cowboys trading Herschel Walker to the Vikings and the picks they got. I think you could draw a pretty direct line, that trade, to the 3 Super Bowls they won in the 90s.
Yeah.
There's a pretty direct line you can make there.
All right.
But if I would say it can be in the conversation if they win 2.
Let me throw this out here.
Okay.
Because I don't think it'd ever be as big, but how close can it get to Atlanta trading Favre to Green Bay?
You can almost give a little leeway
to Atlanta.
Yes.
Why?
Because
every sign was there that he was going to drink himself out of the league.
Yeah.
He liked beer. We all did. What's wrong with that?
He liked beer to the point, the first time you met him, you asked if he was a linebacker.
That was Frank. And he did miss the team photo, okay, in Atlanta.
Yes.
He did.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
But again, it's another great example of leadership and people believing in you. If you want to bring up that, like Jerry Glanville obviously did not believe in Brett Favre. Just had no interest in him being anything but a sideshow.
Yes.
But then Brett gets traded for by Ron, and Ron and Holmgren instill him with that confidence. He goes on to become an all-time great. Not that the Cowboys didn't have confidence in Micah Parsons. They obviously did. He was a great player.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see him being a better teammate. That, I think, is, to Josh's example and what Josh was saying, to me, that's a direct line of you see what this locker room and what this culture is in Green Bay versus Dallas, where he had his own podcast. He liked the nightlife. He was doing all these different things, and now he's here just like, oh, this is all about ball. All right, I'm going to be all about ball here.
All right, let me read off some NFL trades, though, and you tell me. It's kind of hard to tell because it's only 2 games.
We've only had 2 games.
Deshaun Watson.
That's an all-time bad one.
It's going to be tough for the Micah Parsons trade to be worse than that.
Because they then gave the only fully guaranteed contract in the NFL.
Well, it's not because Kirk Cousins got a fully guaranteed contract.
Yeah,
but that was like $90 million.
Yeah.
This is three times plus that in terms of what they gave Deshaun.
Russell Wilson.
Going to be tough to top that one too, just because of the money that the Broncos gave and then ate to get out from that deal as quickly as they did. Now, they were able, obviously, to recover pretty quickly from it. They were a playoff team last year, and they looked pretty good this year.
Jadeveon Clowney, you mentioned.
Yeah, he's now a Cowboy.
Yeah.
I don't even remember that one.
I don't even remember the trade.
Okay. Well, those were the big ones. I don't think it'll ever be as big as Brett's, but certainly.
Yeah, and again, you can kind of understand where the Falcons were coming from. Oh, you want our second-round pick who missed the team photo because he's a drunk for a first-round pick this year? Yeah, go ahead. Take him. We'll gladly take your first round pick.
Favre also has the benefit of like being a culture changer and expectation changer of the organization. Like he elevated them, which you can't. How much more elevating could you be in terms of like franchise-wise for the Packers right now?
Well, if they go on a dynastic run.
Right.
Like, that's what it would have to be. Like, they would have to win 2 or 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah, 2, not or 3. 2 gets you legendary status.
Yeah,
right?
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
But the difference is he's already come to a pretty good roster.
Mm-hmm.
Our roster in 92 wasn't.
No, but
wasn't good.
Again, if our one complaint about the Rodgers and Favre eras is that they only got 1.
Yes.
If they get 2 in the next 3 years in the Micah Parsons era,
yes,
that's how you make that difference.
As big as Reggie White.
It could if they win multiple Super Bowls.
Okay.
If they win multiple Super Bowls, the end result would be better. Again, it's tough because Favre and Reggie changed the team.
Yeah.
As we made fun of the Bears so much at the beginning of the show, and rightfully so, because that's what the Packers were, from my understanding, in the 70s and 80s. And I didn't live through that time. It's hard for me to say that for sure. But by everything that I have been told, the 70s and 80s Packers were a joke.
Yes.
And Brett and Reggie made the Packers not a joke.
If you think my Rodgers slander now is bad, let Jordan Love win 2 of them.
Oh, boy. Josh is licking his chops over there.
So you won't let it go? Like, no, we're fine, huh?
No, not after the way he's behaved in his post games.
So you're a grudge holder.
He threw Calvin Austin under the bus because, of course, your team got their doors blown off. Sure, point the finger at one guy.
Shocking.
Bert Kreischer, Permission to Party, the World Tour. It's coming to Fiserv Forum this Friday night. Limited tickets are available. Kreischer has been hailed as one of the best storytellers of his generation. See him Friday. He brings his party boy antics to Milwaukee. Get tickets at bertbertbert.com or be caller number 5 right now. Caller 5 right now gets 4 tickets to the Bert Kreischer Show on Friday night. 800-990-3776. Bert Kreischer's Permission to Party World Tour this Friday at Fiserv Forum. Caller 5, 800-990-3776 wins 4 tickets to Bert Kreischer's Permission to Party Show Friday night at Fiserv.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Still have an accident on westbound 94. Technically, it's at the end of the ramp from southbound 43 to westbound 94 in the Marquette. Beyond that, delays continue all the way out to Mitchell Boulevard, and then a few more taps on the brakes heading into Waukesha County and out past Moreland Road. Eastbound 94 slowing from 92nd Street all the way through the Stadium interchange. And then we've got delays on the bypass heading westbound, starting at about 51st Street all the way through the Hale interchange, swinging northbound all the way up to National. Remember, we do have a lane down on the northbound side that's continuing the road work that happened over the weekend. Traffic is brought to you by James Imaging Systems, your local document imaging partner, dedicated to helping businesses do business better. Visit jamesimaging.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny skies, warmer inland with a high of 76 at the lake, 81 inland. Tonight, mostly clear, a low of 63. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee, packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
It's always football season.
If you're a 3-time All-Pro and a 4-time Pro Bowler in your 5th NFL season,
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
And you just were acquired and Goody got you and he thinks your best football's ahead of you with that kind of football behind you? Holy smokes, man.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN. ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Back to school means back to savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. Right now, get $3,000 off your roofing, your siding, your windows, or your bath project during the fall savings event. Don't wait. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com to claim your $3,000 savings and book your free estimate. Exterior Pros and Baths, Wisconsin's trusted home improvement experts. Trust the pros.
I'm with James Imaging Systems client Preston Clark. He oversees IT services at Creative Business Interiors. Preston, you get the benefit of one-on-one relationships with the James team, like when your sales rep said something unexpected. What did they say?
Hey, this is a little high. You're not printing as much as we thought you were going to print.
Then the James team member had even better news.
Correct. Let's bring that down. Let's make it a little cheaper and still keep you on the same program.
The James Managed Print Services Program. All your document output devices bundled under one invoice that includes service and supplies for one low cost per print. Nice, right, Preston?
Yes, it was great. Felt secure, Don't have to worry about, again, somebody just coming in and selling something and then walking away and never hearing from them again.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
It's Jen Latta from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. For me and my family, finding the perfect home is a journey, but we don't walk it alone. With the We Sell Group, Rob and Nick aren't just real estate agents, they're part of our family's team. They bring us options, perspective, and peace of mind. While they navigate the market, I can stay focused on all that life has in store. Because at the We Sell Group, it's not just about the home, it's about the people and the path it takes to get there. The We Sell Group, more than agents, part of your journey. Get started with Rob and Nick at wesell.kw.com.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
Cold plunges, better sleep, a gym buddy. How do you know what has the biggest impact for an active body and mind? With BetterHelp, you can talk with real, qualified therapists, not AI. With a 4.9-star rating, BetterHelp understands mental wellness shouldn't be tougher than a workout. Their therapists can figure out what's best for you. And yeah, it might involve a cold plunge. Visit BetterHelp.com, code TIMEOUT for 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com, code TIMEOUT.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
What was a rebound? What did you just say?
Robust. You could say robust. Doesn't robust sound like a nice word of saying just a click below fat?
No, buddy, you're not fat. You're rebound.
Well, Charles Barkley.
There's another
round mound of rebound.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Looking for a new car, truck, or SUV? Take the nearest exit to Ewald Automotive for 2025 model year clearance pricing. Look, take the nearest exit to Ewald Automotive. They're all over the place here. in Milwaukee. You could save $14,000 or get 0% financing. All makes, all models over 720. 25s in stock with model year clearance pricing, and with the Ewald low price guarantee, they'll beat your best price on a new vehicle by $500, or they'll give you $500 cash guaranteed. It's only at the Ewald Model Clear Sales events. When they're gone, they're gone. It all starts at ewaldauto.com. Ian in East Troy hits us up on the Carbos Talking text line, 800-990-3776. Is there any chance when it comes to Micah Parsons that this is the new girlfriend effect? We're seeing all the great things right now, but we haven't seen or don't want to see the faults. I think there's certainly a part of that for Micah. Winning, as we know, cures all. Winning can kind of be that great deodorant. I guess I'll use Andre as the example. Andre Rison, who you guys signed in the middle of the season because you were so beat up at wide receiver, had some questions about whether or not he was going to be a locker room distraction. And outside of a story that I did not know about until years after you guys won the Super Bowl, when you shared that he wasn't wearing a shirt on the team plane.
I still remember it like it was yesterday.
Where Holmgren,
but Holmgren would handle things like that so perfectly.
Yeah. And how did Holmgren handle that?
So we were playing, it was late in the year, and we were playing somewhere where it was hot. You know, maybe Tampa, might have been Carolina. And you can't, the problem is when you do that, you don't stop sweating.
Yeah.
You know? You're just continually
even when you take
sweating.
the shower doesn't take.
So you get on the plane and you start to cool down. So in Andre, this was his first game with the Packers. So there was a bulkhead section, right? It was an A10 11. I remember the plane. Remember the old bulkheads that used to be in the middle of the planes? And then right after the bulkhead was Brett, Frank, me, and Jim McMahon. And I could see Andre like 3 seats on the other side of the bulkhead against the window. And I'm like, I don't have a damn shirt on. So the stewardess goes up to Holmgren and is like, Coach, you have a player back there that's not wearing his shirt. I'd love to know. And Mike's the one that told us the story. I'm like, I wonder if he knew exactly who it was. He had to know exactly who it was.
Oh, there's no doubt. In my mind, there is no doubt.
So Holmgren walks back, and he's like, hey, Andre, leans over the first seat because Andre had the whole row. And he's like, Andre, how you doing? How do you think you did today? Good, Coach. I just, there were a few things I didn't know what I was doing because I'm still trying to get in the playbook, but I thought overall it was good. It's like, that's great. We're so happy to have you here in Green Bay. You're going to be a great asset to this team. Thanks, Coach. That's wonderful. Now, Andre, I want you to look around. And you tell me what's different about you as opposed to everyone else on the plane. And Andre, placates him and looks around. He's like, and he's thinking about it. And then Andre goes, oh, I'm not wearing a shirt? And Mike said, yeah. Could you do me a favor and just put it on? Oh, sure, Coach. Yeah, no problem. I wonder if in Atlanta with Jerry Glanville, half the team didn't wear shirts.
This was just a normal thing?
Yeah.
But so Andre was never a problem for you guys. And then, after the Super Bowl or whatever, he said he threw his Super Bowl ring in the river and all those sorts of things. But while he was there, it was never an issue. And you guys actually never lost a game with Andre on the team.
No.
So it was just a situation where you never really had to deal with any of that. The Packers are going to lose games with Micah Parsons. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely.
And how are they going to handle that? How is he going to handle that? Those are all questions that are certainly worth asking. But it seems like right now, to answer Ian in East Troy's question, if this is just the new girlfriend effect, we're seeing all the good things and not any of the faults, I got a feeling that he's in this thing for the long haul. He gets it. He feels appreciated by the community and by the Green Bay Packers.
The only thing that I would worry about with a player like this, and he's already said all the right things, that's why I don't think he will, is if all of a sudden Rashawn Gary has 9 sacks through 6 games and Micah has 2.
Yeah.
And he gets frustrated with being double teamed and hit off the line and constantly. I don't see that in the future, but that would be my only concern.
Yeah.
Fair?
I think that's fair. Again,
It's just like the receivers on offense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get a little bent out of shape. You get a little butthurt when you you're not targeted in a game or anything like that. But I just don't. His personality and what he's said so far since arriving here, I'd be shocked if it happened.
Rob Demovsky going to be joining us next here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. But, guys, I'm telling you, if you're making plans to propose to that special someone in your life, you know what I'm going to say. The only place to go, it is the Jewelry Center. Best place to shop for diamond engagement rings in Milwaukee for a reason. It's what I did when it came time to get that engagement ring for my wife. It's what you should do as well. Maybe you have an idea. Don't have an idea. Bring in some ideas from our Pinterest page. The helpful team at the Jewelry Center is, to me, what separates them. They've got a great team that's never going to point you in the wrong direction. Whether you're looking for a naturally mined diamond, lab-grown diamond, they have you covered over at the Jewelry Center. Stop in Greenfield, Brookfield, or in Burlington. Online, shoptjc.com. And when you go to the Jewelry Center, tell them that Gabe and Chew sent you.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
Southbound 41 backing up from Appleton Avenue all the way down to Capitol Drive. Northbound slow from Mayfair Road up to Capitol. Southbound 43 slowing from Good Hope Road all the way down to about Locust. Eastbound 94, watch for backups out of the Zoo interchange to 35th. The westbound side still dealing with a crash on the ramp from southbound 43 to westbound. The right shoulder is blocked, but it's still going to be slow all the way out to about Mitchell Boulevard. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, mostly sunny, warmer inland.
I got
the high
you,
of
Josh.
76
How are
at
you?
the lake, 81 inland tonight. Mostly clear,
Good,
a
thanks.
low 63. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Okay.
Imagine your home totally organized. At Closets by Design, we specialize in providing affordable, custom-built storage solutions with built-ins and beyond. From garages to new home offices. Our experienced designers work within your budget to design a solution fit perfectly to your needs. Get 40% off plus an additional 15% with 18-month financing. Visit closetsbydesign.com or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN to get started. Let's get organized together.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Terry's Tiny Homes, Terry! Sure, as the only employee of her company, Terry was probably the front runner, but saving money getting personalized discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive, well, that gave Terry the edge. Over Terry.
Terry!
Keep awkwardly chanting your own name, Terry. You deserve it.
Woo!
Be your own Terry. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Whoa! Jason Kelsey just found out that NFL Sunday Ticket now lets you subscribe month to month.
Yeah!
He just realized you can join and cancel anytime.
Ha-ha! Now that's what I'm talking about.
Now he just found $1 in the sofa.
Yeah!
And he just saw a great parking spot open up. Look, just because Jason's easily excited doesn't make NFL Sunday Ticket month to month any less great. Right, Jason?
Yeah.
Get NFL Sunday Ticket month to month and cancel anytime. Woo! Sign up at NFLSundayTicket.com. Renews every month during the 2025 regular season. Cancel anytime. Terms and embargoes apply. No refunds. Commercial use excluded.
For your next night out, revel in the fusion of artistry and flavor with sushi at St. Kate, offering guests an elevated experience where freshness and creativity converge in every bite. St. Kate the Arts Hotel introduces an exciting new sushi menu to its culinary repertoire. Indulge in the finest seafood, freshest ingredients, and expert craftsmanship for an inspired and delectable dining journey. Experience the art of sushi at St. Kate and learn more at stkatearts.com.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
We need a new intro for this year, though.
Consider it done, Rob.
ESPN's #1 source for green and gold information.
The game has to be a continuation of the trend they're on. They can't just sort of go in on a level that, you know, they've been at. They probably do need to play their best game, but I do think it's trending in the right direction.
A prolific golfer.
I was overly harsh about Gabe's golf game because I played terrible yesterday.
And noted hoops head.
If you shoot 60% from the free throw line, you're a bad free throw shooter. If you're 60% in the red zone, I don't think that's good.
It's Rob Demovsky time on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
This better be a great segment.
Always always love talking to our guy, Rob Demovsky, each and every Monday here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Good morning, Rob. How are you doing today, bud?
Good, Gabe. How are you?
Packers are 2-0. Lions scored 52 points yesterday, which makes me feel better about what their defense did to the Lions in week one. I can't imagine this Monday feeling any better for a Packer fan right now.
Yeah, the only thing that probably hurts is Jaden Reed's broken collarbone, right? I was just looking at it. Like, if you would have said through 2 games that Dontavion Wicks has the most catches among the receivers, I don't know that I would have put money on that. Obviously, Tucker Kraft is leading the way overall, but just among the receivers, I think Dontavion Wicks is best with 6 catches, and I think Romeo Doubs is tops in yardage with 96 yards receiving. So to me, that, like, Jordan Love still, hasn't really, he doesn't have a guy yet that is going to go out and sort of dominate. Maybe Tucker Kraft's that guy, and that's fine. But I do think the Jaden Reed thing is could potentially be a problem.
You think with the Reed injury, they're going to get Golden more involved?
I mean, you'd think they'd have to, right, Chewy? And it's not saying that that they can't exist together, but they are sort of similar. Reed is more or less exclusively a slot guy. Golden plays inside, plays a little outside too. But I mean, I do think this though, like, if Love had hit either of those 2 throws to Golden, the long one, obviously overthrew it, right? But the one before that, would have been, I think, a 33-yard touchdown. Love badly underthrew that one. Golden had no chance at it. Those were his only 2 targets. But yeah, I do think that we will see more Matthew Golden this week.
Talking with Rob Demovsky, as we do each and every Monday here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Is he underrated or underappreciated Packer than Keyshawn Nixon?
Yeah, that's a good question. The one thing about Keyshawn, I would say, since he's been here, is that when he has talked, he has usually backed it up. And he likes to talk. There's no question about it.
He's a quarterback.
Yeah, right.
That's what they do.
But he's even as a returner, right? He would say, "Oh, they won't kick to me." I suppose that's just in his DNA. But he always complains about teams don't kick to him, and then when they do kick to him, he burns them. So he backs it up. And obviously, looking back on that day in January, right after they lost to the Eagles in the playoff game, and he stood in the locker room and said, I want to be CB1. And Malik Heath, I talked to him after the game, and I asked him what he thought about the defense. I like talking to offensive players about the other side of the ball and vice versa. I think you get some interesting perspective. And Malik Heath, said it. He said 2 things that struck me about the defense. He said their whole mentality changed when Micah got here, and that Keyshawn Nixon was begging for CB1, and he's now CB1, and that's what a CB1 looks like. I thought the interesting thing was that, that day in January when Keyshawn said that, Jair Alexander was still on the team. That's the great, how, I don't want to say cocky, but how does a guy, sort of say that? And look, I think we all knew Jair's time was coming to an end, but he still said it with Jair's locker, like 2 lockers down from him.
Rob, how's Christian Watson's rehab coming along? Is it too early for a timeline?
It's first of all, I don't know that I've ever seen an ACL guy look as good as he has so quickly. The one thing I don't know that accelerates the timeline, though. I don't think they want to, take that chance. Brian Gutekunst said about midway through training camp when, he said he's going to start on PUP, and it's going to be really hard to hold him back after 4 weeks, which is obviously you have to be on PUP for the first 4 weeks. I still think they're going to hold him back. I would have a hard time believing them clearing a guy much before. So let's say he comes back 4 weeks. That's obviously after the Dallas game. They won't practice during the bye week. He's going to need at minimum 2 weeks of practice, but I would guess it'd probably be more like 3 or 4. So that puts it at week 8 at the possible earliest. I don't know what's the week 8 game. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but that would be, to me, that would sort of be the timeline that makes the most sense. The fastest ACL guy I think I've ever seen come back was Brian Bulaga, and that was at like 10 months. And, you know, I just think they have to be careful with Watson.
Week 8, by the way, is at the Steelers.
Does him signing the extension kind of take the pressure off of him where he doesn't feel in a contract year he's got to get back out there to get his numbers? So it might have slowed him down as well.
It could have. I always think this was the end game for this year, though. And I always thought that he would do a 1-year deal at some point. You know, that way, when he got hurt, I think I remember talking to you guys about this. I said the only positive about him getting hurt was that it sort of bought the organization another year to decide whether they want to make a long-term investment in him, because you always thought that the 1-year deal would be the way they would go after this season. I just didn't think – two things surprised me, Chewy. One, that it came, you know, in early September, and two, that it was $13 million. I thought maybe it would come shortly after he came back, and it would be for, I don't know, $8 million or so, somewhere in that range. So the timeline or the timing and the money surprised me just a little bit.
Rob, when it comes to the offensive line, are they hoping that they're going to be healthy going into week 3 against Cleveland? Because, again, you get injured. It's the quick turnaround on Thursday, so it's always tough for that to happen, despite them both being listed as questionable with Zach Tom and Aaron Banks. Are they hoping that those guys are going to be back this week?
It'll be really interesting to see. They have sort of a bonus practice today at, I think it's around 11:15. We'll get to see practice to see if either of those guys are out there. And if they're not out there, doesn't mean they're for sure not playing this week. They might just want to give them 2 more days and see if they can get out there Wednesday. But it would obviously be a really encouraging sign if either one of those guys was out there this week. I mean, the Zach Tom thing, if he's got a torn oblique, is that what they're saying? Which is basically a sports hernia type of injury. Oftentimes those things are serious. So his must not be very serious. Otherwise they would have put him on injured reserve right away. But it is, to me, that is a concerning injury.
Did you watch the Philly game yesterday, Rob?
I watched bits and pieces of that game, Detroit game, and the Dallas game.
Would you put Philly in line with the Packers or a click better? That's a tough place to play. So that's a big win.
It's a big win. You know, they have 2, what I would say are closer wins, right? I mean, they're, you know, the week 1 win over Dallas was, you know, it wasn't, certainly they didn't have it in hand until the end. And then this one was obviously competitive the whole way. I think you would say that if you're Philly and you know, had to have those 2 type of games, the Thursday opener, which is obviously a highly charged game, a big pressure game, and then a Super Bowl rematch in week 2, and you came through those 2-0. I would think if you're Philly, you're feeling really good about yourself. I don't know if their play style scares me that much. Like, I don't know that they dominated either of those teams, and those are hard circumstances to win 2 games in, so you have to be impressed with that. But I'm not sure at this point that they're head and shoulders above the Packers.
This is the last year of the tush push, right? I don't know if you heard Dean Blandino talking about it. He seemed exasperated about how hard the play is to officiate, and it seems like there could be some voters' remorse from the teams that decided not to ban it and instead just make fun of the Packers.
Right, and Gabe, there was one play I saw where initially they ruled it short, right? Yep. And then somebody called a timeout, if I remember right, or there was a stoppage in play, and then they overturned it or just adjusted it. It wasn't even a challenge, and all of a sudden it was a first down. I wasn't sure exactly how that, you know, the mechanics of that happened. But yeah, I mean, it was close, right? Wasn't it? Didn't they have 16? No, how many? What did they have for votes?
I think they fell too short. I think they were too short. I think they had 22 votes. They needed 24.
Yeah, and you know, that sounds right. And you know, I would think this will be revisited at some point before next season.
Yeah, it's just. There's a false start. The center's covering the ball. They don't officiate it right. It seems like they have no interest in officiating it right, and you just need to have the right people supporting it.
Well, no, and like we meet with the officials every summer when they come here, and they get a lot of rules questions, and they always remind us, hey guys, we didn't write the rules.
We just
It's
have
our
to
job.
enforce them.
Right. It's our job to try to enforce it. And some of them are really hard to enforce. I mean, they typically don't, they won't say they don't like this play, but when they say that, those are plays that you can tell they don't like.
Rob, is Josh Jacobs frustrated at all?
He hasn't been yet, but I think that's a really interesting point, Chewy, because his numbers obviously aren't what they were. He did say after the game that he was mad at himself for a couple of runs that he thought should have been bigger. So I would say he's handled it, really well so far. Easy to do when you're winning games, right? If they have a loss and his numbers aren't very good, let's see what happens. But I would say it's a really good question. It's something worth keeping an eye on. But I do think so far he's been fine.
Rob, how electric has Lambeau been through 2 games?
Yeah, pretty highly charged. It does. The weird thing is, and the thing that kind of stinks, Gabe, is they're not back there till October 12th. That's basically a month, right? And then that's the only home game they have until November 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the place has been awesome, and we'll only see it once between now and November 2nd. That's the thing that kind of stinks. But yeah, it's been awesome. Really has been, especially Thursday night.
Well, so one of the things that, and I feel like it has happened since Chewy's day, right, is there's been a bit of a civil war between the green and gold package. Oh, Milwaukee fans sell their tickets, all these things. Even LaFleur's making comments about it. Then there's even infighting once you get to the game. Why are you standing? We need to be sitting. We're doing the wave. We're on offense. All these sorts of things. But it feels like this team could be good enough that maybe Lambeau Field becomes the home field advantage that it was in Chewy's day. And the way the crowd's been into the first 2 games, am I crazy to think that they could maybe recapture that magic that they had 30 years ago?
No, when I got here in early 1997 season, you guys were in the midst of that ridiculously long consecutive home winning streak. I don't remember. Was it somewhere in the high 20s?
So
with playoffs, it was 29.
Yeah, with the playoffs, it was 29 games.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, and to me, look, I was 26 years old at the time, and really I think I'd been in one NFL game in my life, and it was the game where Walter Payton broke the rushing record in Chicago, and I was in the bathroom when the play happened as a little kid. So my exposure to, and my timing's not great. My exposure to NFL in-person experience was pretty minimal before I came to Green Bay. But that was unreal. And I mean, I remember the playoff game against, I think it was Tampa at home.
Yeah.
One year, I think maybe that was the 97 or 98 year. I mean, just an unreal energy. I can't remember if that was the game where Brett, or it was a regular season game where Brett just got leveled and popped right back up, and the place went absolutely insane.
Oh, and then he went face mask to face. Yeah, him and Sapp went face mask to
Yeah.
face mask.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, so to me, now the stadium's so different now. I mean, it's I think noise maybe even is trapped in a little bit better now with the higher end zones and on the suites and all that. But I do think that this could be, that was special back then. And it was special because of the team, not necessarily special because of the venue. But it takes a special team to create an atmosphere like that. And you sort of wonder where this could go.
When did they lose it? Atlanta? When Vic came in and beat them?
So that was the first playoff home loss.
Yeah, Minnesota even.
Yeah, Minnesota is what ended your guys' streak.
Yes.
With Randy Moss.
Yeah, I'm just saying the playoff.
Yeah, Vic,
kind of went away.
Well, because then for a little bit they lost more games than they won at home. It felt
like
because they lost to Vic, lost to
the 07 NFC Championship game was a tough one to take, I think, and the playoff, the really cold playoff game against San Francisco, I think 13. I just think it's sort of, I don't know if it's just sort of slowly evaporated a little bit. It wasn't like it was somebody pulled the plug and instantly, but I do think it would take, wouldn't take a whole lot, a couple of home playoff wins and get yourself into a Super Bowl. I think it would certainly turn around.
Rob, we appreciate the time. Next week, I can't make any promises, but I want to apologize on behalf of Josh for not having a new open for you. So just want to apologize on his behalf.
And throw you under the bus.
I feel like a jerk. I really do. Like that was terrible on my part. I feel like a jerk. But next Monday, when I'll probably be on the phone because I'll be in the Cleveland airport. I'll be very hopeful and curious to see what the intro is.
Just got to bring it more,
Shots fired
everywhere. All right, tension's high here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
That should be in the intro.
Thanks, Rob. We'll talk to you next week, man.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Rob Demovsky joins us every Monday here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Let me tell you about Pillow Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. When a customer chooses Pillow, one of the most important things to them is honoring that trust and commitment, because a lot of customers could have apprehensions about inviting someone out to their home. But when you see the experience and professionalism, you can trust them bringing your project to life. I have loved what they did for my home and the front door that we had. But we also went around, looked at a couple of the windows. Hey, are these all right? We still good here? Yep. Let's just move on. And we focused on that front door. They're not going to lead you astray. They're going to point you in the right direction, because it can be overwhelming with all the customizable options they have. Their vision is to be the company that people want to do business with. Order by the end of the month. Get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PelloWI.com today.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night, so for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves. Are you talking about the One collection? Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush-mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart. The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment. The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's. To find the Kessler's nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Your business is HVAC. You want to grow that business while providing the very best in service. Instead, you're struggling under a pile of administrative tasks. Service Titan is here to help with our all-in-one solution for the trades. We've made managing all of your business needs, from scheduling to invoicing, easier than ever. Service Titan, giving you the time and the tools you need to keep your company running smoothly. Learn how Service Titan helps manage your business at servicetitan.com.
This college football moment is brought to you by ServPro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. Like on September 24, 2016, when Tulsa found themselves down 31-0 to Fresno State. With 10 minutes left in the second quarter, Tulsa fought back to tie the game at 41. And then won 48-41 in double overtime.
ServPro, like it never even happened.
Two perennial women's college volleyball powers meet Wednesday, September 17th at Pfizer Forum. Be there as Marquette and Wisconsin take the court. The last time they played in 2023, over 17,000 fans attended the match. Make plans now to see these in-state rivals on Wednesday, September 17th, starting at 8 p.m. Limited tickets remain. Don't wait. Go to Ticketmaster.com/Marquette and secure your seats for college volleyball action at Pfizer Forum.
Every great team starts with a strong defense, and the same's true in business. That's why companies trust Trend Micro for cybersecurity. From ransomware to phishing to the most advanced cyber threats, they help protect your network, your data, and your people. With over 35 years of expertise, Trend Micro has built a defensive playbook trusted by enterprises worldwide. Your business works too hard to get blindsided. Go to trendmicro.com and see how enterprise security is done right. That's trendmicro.com.
Hey sports fans, looking to level up your next private event? V Private Bar Services is your game changer. Move beyond the ordinary. V Private Bar Services crafts custom cocktails tailored to your brand and your guests' tastes. Imagine a bar experience that's as unique as your business. Our expert mixologists will create a memorable experience that your clients and team will rave about. From signature cocktails to full-service bars, we've got you covered. Be the MVP of your next event. Visit vprivatebar.com to book today.
You are listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Do you like your pickles warm or cold?
Want my pickle a little warm.
Warm's good.
It's better than cold.
Cold
You
can
got
be
shrinkage.
good too.
Yeah, well, no,
Cold
shrinkage
can
gets
be good.
involved. It's not great.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Hey, ESPN Milwaukee listeners, Josh DiMaggio here for my friends at Wanna Parlay, my favorite daily fantasy sports app with the absolute largest payouts on parlays. You've heard me talk about them before, but with football season here, it is time to play. Tonight, I'm looking at the Chargers to cover 3.5, Omarion Hampton to score a touchdown, and Nico Collins to have over 5.5 receptions. Here's what you should do. Download the Wanna Parlay app, click around, and when you decide to upload money to play and get into the action, use promo code JGC for a 100% deposit match for up to $250. Use promo code JJC, and let's play the world's richest parlay today. You must be 18 years or older to play. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER today.
Why did you text a group of us yesterday, Josh, asking for who's going to score touchdowns?
Well, when you're playing things like Wanna Parlay, you put a little of those in, you get a little juice on them, and you have some fun.
So did I win money for you?
You did not. Well, you did technically, but our group collectively did not.
Okay, all right. Well, I just get a random text from Josh, and I'm driving around, and I had to get him quickly. Like, hey, who's going to score today? So I thought he was putting a parlay together. I told him Chuba Hubbard.
Yeah,
he scored a touchdown for the Panthers.
That sounds like a song. Chumbawamba. How do you say cheers in German?
No idea.
You're German.
You think I study the language?
And you have no idea.
Couldn't tell you.
That's embarrassing.
Bruce? Is that what language is?
Yeah, it could be.
Well, I should know this. I took German for 3 years.
Yeah, that's on you.
Granted, you're not doing a whole lot of cheersing in high school.
Well, in class.
All right. I'm staying away from that.
All right, Chewy's gone for 2 weeks. See you later, pal. Willie Tausch next.
Eastbound 94 is still going to be a bit of a heavy ride from about 84th